Okay, this is Tuesday, the 8th of September, and this morning we're going to take a quick look at the Aussie versus the Japanese yen. Moving left to right, the four charts that we're looking at here. This is a daily chart on the left, a 4-hour chart in the middle, and then a 4-hour chart on the right panel as well. And just tell you what I'm looking at. You'll see that on the far left, our scan here for this morning, this is a scan for the 3-day chart and showing us that it's possibly overbought at this point. That's what those check marks mean. Those 4 check marks mean that it's in a bearish trend. The 2 check marks in orange mean that it's in possibly overbought at this point. So let's move left to right and let's look at the chart briefly. You can see where price is below the daily Kumo here. Tenkan Sen, which is this red line here, is below the Kaijin Sen, which is that white line, and we had a recent crossover, very bearish move, as you can see over the past week. Chiku spans below the historical price curve, so everything is very bearish based on that daily chart. We can expand that out and to see how far that's been going on. So that's our daily context. You can see that on our 4-hour chart, however, the price has been moving up, and we've moved up 150 pips or so from that recent bottom. So one of the things that I do is I'll take the Fibonacci tool and I'll look at this recent high up in here and draw a fib down to here, the recent low. And just to kind of get some bearings on the chart, you can see that we just tested this 61.8% fib line in here, and there's also an R3 line right in there. So far that has been an area of resistance. Overhead we have the 4-hour Kumo, which is a slighter time frame, of course, than the daily. And above that, if we stretch it out, you can see there's also a 16-hour Kumo that's overhead on that 4-hour chart. Sorry for all the noises this morning. But you can see on the Copic curve, on the 4-hour Copic curve, if we just drill down and look at that one for a second, 4-hour Copic curve is showing us a bullish move up, so we are in a counter trend move going up here on the Euro Japanese yen. But we do have overhead resistance, as I mentioned, in this area here of the 62% fib line and the R3 combination, and then with the descending 4-hour Kumo in here. So a lot of overhead resistance. This pair would not quite qualified as a short yet. Personally, I'd like to see more confirmation of that via the Copic curve on the 4-hour chart moving down. Might start looking at it when we have a 1-hour Copic curve excuse me, crossover. But that's what I'm not in the trade yet. That's what I'm watching this morning, though, for some confirmation that this pair has moved back down again. The pair would become more risky if we move above the 4-hour Kumo, as you can see up in this area, and that's about 100 pips away at this point. So don't know if we'll come back up into this area again, as I just mentioned. Test that before we see a descending move on the Copic curve showing us that the rate of change has come back down again. But this is one of the pairs that I have in focus this morning, so I hope that quick analysis helps you with your trading as well.